Can figure it out soon. But until then, he's going to get not a lot of volume. Loo, 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 loo. La la la.
La la la.
La
La.
la.
Oh. That was Gregorian rant.
I love Gregorian rant.
You are into PiL heavily.
Yeah. I mean, I've always been into the Sex Pistols, and I've always loved John Lydon, Johnny Rotten. I mean, I've read all his books and everything, but PiL? I mean, I loved him in the old days. I loved a lot of the hits and everything, but now I'm getting into the deep stuff, the deep cuts.
Well, you just bought the whole...
I bought a box.
whole
Why am
thing.
I shouting?
I don't know.
You're
excited.
I bought a box set as an early birthday present to myself. How's it going, man? When's the last time we did this? Was it Becca?
It was with Becca like 3 months ago, 2
Holy
months ago.
shit.
I've been traveling. You've been really busy.
Yeah, you went
know,
to Iceland.
I went to Iceland.
What was that?
We can get to that. Wait, I just want to go back
okay.
to PiL. I mean, we're talking about PiL. You love them to death.
Yeah.
And, you know, how have they influenced...
Anger is an energy. Anger is an energy. I love that.
But when you hear it, does it make you angry?
Oh, yeah.
So
it just revs me. Well, you know, I love punk rock. And there's a lot of punk rock. I would say PiL might be... see, I'm kind of talking out of my shithole right now, but it could be like 60% punk, and then maybe 30% world music. This is a world destruction. Your life ain't nothing. The human race is becoming a disgrace.
But that's not world music.
Well, Africa Bambaataa, he was world. Take the world destruction.
Well, world music is actually more indigenous. That's kind of pop music. He might be coming from a different part of the world, but it doesn't make it world music.
But Lydon went down to Jamaica and found all these black dudes, and like, there's a lot of Rasta element, because like there's a lot of Rasta in ska music, so there's some ska.
That's cool. Okay.
You know what? Let me get back to you on my assessment of PiL
Right.
after I've spent more time with the box set.
All right.
I just got it today.
Okay.
But I did crack it open before I came here and sniffed it.
It
It's
sounds
beautiful.
great. Well, you're going to have to turn me on to the best bits of it.
I will.
It sounds like to get through the entire thing is like, you know, an entire week of time.
Yeah, maybe even longer, but looking forward to the concerts. PiL, for those who don't know, is Public Image Limited. And it's a band fronted by Johnny Rotten of the Sex Pistols. And I'm just fascinated with that story. And I'm always torturing Lorenzo with Sex Pistols. Didn't I show you a documentary? We watched it. 2 hours I'm showing this guy, Steve Jones and Paul Cook of the Sex Pistols and Glenn Matlock walking around London at all the old locations.
It was actually really great.
It was kind of fascinating.
It really
and then
was.
Lydon showed up, and he's very cranky.
Yeah, the whole thing took a dramatic turn.
A real dark turn, didn't
Yeah.
it? Because I don't give a fuck about it. I look back in the past and I think it's all bloody garbage. Look what they've done to the London skyline. Everything is fucking glass now.
But that's your attitude for
He's
life.
such a snot.
That's the way you kind of are.
I know, but
you
I'm
could
not.
have been Johnny
He's
Lydon.
kind of mean to people.
That's true. You're not mean.
I don't feel I'm mean, but he's so entertaining.
He
Even
is.
when he is a snot, like I feel bad if you look up John Lydon. Like he used to show up on panels, like on Real Time. Hey, do you watch Real Time?
I do, actually.
I got to tell you, Lorenzo, I always kind of had a problem with Bill Maher. I didn't find him aesthetically pleasing, and also I thought he was just very arrogant and smug. That's all changed since this new administration came in. I've actually started watching him like a couple months ago, and I got really, really strung out. And then he took a big summer break. But of all of these guys, all of these political comedians, you know, I never thought I liked political comedy, but now there's so much to laugh and cry and scream at. I think of all the guys, it feels like to me The one that I can identify most with is this Mar. None of the other guys. John Oliver, I burnt out. I don't watch Trevor Noah. I'm sure there's others. But you know why? Because Bill Maher, while he's a very liberal dude, he also complains about liberals.
He's not that partisan.
Yes.
He doesn't swallow the Kool-Aid of just the Democrats.
Yes.
He's really bright. He'll call out anyone that's fucked up.
Anyone that's fucked up.
On either side.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And that's what I like. Because I got to tell you, especially on your best friend's social media, liberals can be just as annoying and sucky as monstrosities on the red side.
Of course.
They can be so obnoxious.
If you put both sides side by side, there's actually a lot that's similar.
Yes.
It's almost like there's not that much difference, really, except if you take God out of the equation.
Right.
You know, they're pretty similar. It's actually incredibly sad that we've come to this point. Hopefully, we can turn around and evolve as a country.
Yeah.
I thought we were doing that with Obama. We went leaps forward.
Oh, boy.
And I finally thought America was growing up a little bit, and now we're just taking a gigantic step backwards.
This cat out of Georgia who's running for governor, I watched one of his ads. This is no joke. This is... Hi, how's it going? I'm Shit Stick McGillicuddy, and I'm going to tell you what. I have a truck. That's right, I said it. I have a truck. And I'm going to take my truck and go out and find the illegal immigrants. And I'm going to load them up into my truck. That's right, I said it. I got a gun. I farted, jealous. Like, you would not believe. And Trump's endorsing this guy. The guy was just partying with that Pence last night.
And he'll probably win his primary.
But see, I think these guys have always been hiding under a rock. I think Trump, ignited a new confidence.
They've always been there.
But they've always been there.
Since the country started.
Yeah.
It is most of the country. It's all the Midwest stuff and that kind of, it's not as open as the big cities.
Yeah. But people tried to kill the Confederate flag. Guess what? It's more popular than ever out there.
It's incredibly sad. But I still think that you can't give up on this, the country.
Oh, I've given up. What do you have to give up? You live the perfect fucking lifestyle.
I'm not giving up my life.
Rotten.
I'm giving up.
You're isolated from the horrors of the world.
No, I'm not.
Sure you are.
We all live in our little bubbles, but I still live in the country and in the world.
As a liberal would say, that's white privilege talking.
No, it's basically just not giving up on the idea of the country. It's a great idea. Yeah. And it's still it's an idea worth preserving, even if there are bumps in the road. And when you do travel, and you go to these countries that are, were founded 1,000 years ago or even longer, we're just little babies here. We're just a little baby in the world. So America
humans are?
No, America.
Oh,
we're not that old. So we have a lot. We have a lot to grow up. We're not even adolescent yet.
You need to change America's diaper because it fucking stinks.
Yes. Yeah. And that's what most people around the world see Americans as. We're really great people. They love us, and they see us as gigantic children. They really think, and they think we're really stupid, too.
Great.
They think we're really nice, infantile, stupid people.
You know what's on my nerves about myself lately? I've been giving to human charities, and I don't like that.
Why?
Because I only give to animals. I don't believe humans deserve anything from me, and all I've done is give. I gave to the ACLU this year.
That's great.
I give to the Planned Parenthood.
That's great, too.
I gave to those poor little Mexican babies down at the border getting separated from their folks. I gave to something that helped them out.
But humans are animals, too.
Oh, please.
We're just not that cute.
I can't dispute it. They're humans.
We're animals, but, we're going to be more complicated than a pug.
Yeah, but we're far more hateful than a pug.
Yeah. Well, we have that hateful side. We could be loving and great.
Yeah. I'm not a fan.
Are you done giving to human charities now?
No. I'm like, I want to give more. It's so funny. When you have a birthday coming up on Facebook, they have a new thing called, you can basically use your birthday, like a 2-week period, to raise money for a nonprofit organization. And it came up today. In 2 weeks, it's your birthday. Why not take this opportunity? So what did I do? I chose my friend's dog rescue group, Road Dogs and Rescue.
That's cool.
It's where I got Malcolm and Mickey. And I lit this. I set the goal at $2,000. Dude, That was at 9 a.m. By 11 a.m., I had $350 donated.
Wow.
To my friend Nikki Carvey's organization.
That's fantastic.
To help all these beautiful dogs. Well, they're not beautiful. They're quite, well, many would say they're ugly, but it's bulldogs and pugs and misfit dogs. It's like the aisle of misfit toys, but for dogs.
Where does she find them? On the street?
Oh, God, everywhere. Yeah, I mean, she found Malcolm wandering the streets of, well, she goes to pounds, but he was found wandering on the streets of Orange County. Mickey was abandoned after 10 years, just dropped off at a pound, and she rescues him because particular breeds get rescued and tries to place him in the homes.
Right.
So, dude, I'm kind of into being charitable now.
That's great. Is this after listening?
Merry Christmas.
It doesn't sound very Johnny Rotten-ish.
I don't give a fuck, do I? If I want to give to fucking charity, I will. And if you don't like it, you can fucking cock off.
Is that what you write in the little card after you give the money?
That's my thank you note.
Is that your thank you note?
Thanks for your fucking donation, you cunt.
Wow.
And I draw a little John Lydon.
I don't think I want your money now.
No, but I do like to... listen, if I'm in a position to help, I like helping. Because you got to ask yourself, well, what the hell am I doing? See, you're out there, you're making music. People need music. A comedian's out there like Bill Maher making people laugh, making people think. That's his job. But people are screaming at you on Facebook, we're not doing enough. Well, I'm sorry. I don't want to go stand in a crowd of 8,000 with a pussy hat on. I'm sorry.
Or Donald Trump balloon and walk around.
Yeah, I mean, I'm claustrophobic. I don't like crowds, and I don't know where. What if I have an emergency back there, and I have to make a boom boom? I won't, because I'm very good about that before. But what if I have to pee?
And you're in the middle of 1,000 people.
Yeah. What do they do?
In downtown LA, they
go
all
inside themselves. Do they diaper up?
There's one tree that I feel so sorry for.
God.
And it's that tree of urination.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they set up 5 Andy Gumps, but that's going to be a 50-minute line.
I think that's the greatest way to not protest. What do I have to do if I have to pee?
I just see those crowds, and I'm like, okay, it's a bunch of people screaming with signs. What else you got?
But you're putting your money where your mouth is. You're helping 4-legged and 2-legged animals.
Yeah, the human charities thing is. I mean, I've always sort of given a human charity, but it's fairly new. I tell you what, I've been given to Planned Parenthood for a while now because I believe in that. I believe in abortion.
Well, they're not.
I'm pro-abortion.
They're pro-choice. They're there if you decide to do it. They don't come to you and say, "Hey, you want an abortion today?"
Yeah, I understand, but
they're just there if you need it.
I don't know. I'm just trying to entertain people and help people,
and you do,
and not be a selfish dick and.
I mean, you say that I'm making music, but you're making something cool. Can we actually talk about your next really cool piece of art?
Well, I hope you think it is once you see it.
I can't wait to see it.
But no, I've done no social media on this, no teasers, no hashtags.
Break the news now.
No, my friend Brett Pearsons and I, we wrote a horror script together that took us 10 years to write, and then we got some great feedback and then we thought, well, gee, I think it looks like the thing to do is make your own thing. And I've always been making my own stuff, but I haven't made my own stuff on this level yet. Like it's fully scripted, it's planned out. There's a cast. There's a lot of great actors in this.
You bought new gear for it? I
bought new gear. I bought a crane. I didn't master it, but I got very acquainted with a camera. And look, it's very, very, very low to no budget homemade horror filmmaking, but we're having a blast. There's a schedule. We're doing everything on our own, and we're making a 13-part web series, I guess it's called.
That's fucking great.
Yeah, it's called Red Leaf Complex, and we hope it'll be out at least by the spring of 2019.
All right. Sounds like a lot of work, too.
It's a lot of work. But I got to tell you, I'm directing, and Lorenzo, I love directing.
Really?
Yeah. And
well, you're also acting in it, too, though.
I do. I play the manager of this. The Red Leaf Complex is an apartment building. And everyone inside the Red Leaf Complex is essentially doomed. All the tenants that live there are doomed. And it's all of these horrible stories of the shit that goes down in this building. That's all I'm going to say about what it's about. But yeah, it is so much work because I'm shooting it and editing it, as I go, and I've already made countless mistakes. Like I shot a very pivotal scene with 2 great actors in the dark, and I may have to redo it because it might be too dark. Because I looked back. I even set up a what's called a video village. I bought us. I can't believe I did this shit. I'm not technical. But I bought an HD monitor, and I mounted it to a stand with 2 headphones so Brett and I can watch playback.
Right.
I had this stand when I shot this dark scene, but we were so in the zone and having so much fun, and it was going so well that I didn't really stop to go look at it on Video Village. And now I think it might be too dark, but I can fix it.
Well, the thing is, though, even though it's a dark scene, you still have to have some lights, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a scene that takes place. There's been a storm, and it blacks out the room, and the guys are talking by firelight. There's a fire going.
Oh, okay.
So their faces are lit, and you can see.
Right.
And it sounds great.
Right, and it's moody, obviously.
And it's moody, but I don't know. I may have to. I really shouldn't be talking about my mistakes already, but I don't give a fuck. I made some mistakes, so I'm really cutting my teeth on this thing because I think by the time I do my next thing, I'll have so much. A much better skill set.
Right. I mean, this is your learning experience, but
Yeah.
it sounds like you and Brett are the Spike Lee of this thing.
Yeah.
You guys wrote it,
Right.
you're acting in it,
Right.
you're producing it,
Right.
you're directing it,
Right.
you're filming it, you're editing it, and you're doing all the sound.
Right.
And you're
40 miles in a goofball.
Yeah, exactly. 3 blocks and an armadillo.
Yeah, no, it's been great, and obviously, I'm a rabid cinephile. And after a while, you love watching other people's stuff, but you're like, fuck, I'm sick of watching everyone else make
And you
stuff.
know you could do something as good or better.
Well, I don't know about that, but I believe in this thing, and I think people are going to, even though it's homemade and down and dirty, I think the content is going to rise, and the acting. So, I showed you
You showed me a clip, and it looked great.
Yeah, thank you.
I can't wait.
I was really excited. And it's going to be, Brett scoring it, and he does great
you're working with
scores.
Brett Pearsons, who we
He's
both
such
think
a-
he's so fucking talented.
He's so talented,
Yeah.
and you see him really coming alive.
That's great.
It's so funny. Like he'll show up and he's all fired up, and like we have our list of things to do, and he's like, by the way, so I was thinking when we do that thing in December, I can't think about December right now. We're just tackling the list that's in front of us of stuff we have to deal with in the next 2 weeks.
He's 4 steps ahead.
Oh my God,
And
his brain never turns off.
But that's good. You need that guy. That's why you guys are a good team. You're an in-the-moment guy, and he's a future guy.
Going back to inspiration, though, I am going through a little makeshift film school right now. I am reading David Lynch's memoir.
Mm-hmm.
But what's so fascinating is it's new. What the hell is it called? I'll figure it out. But it's written by 2 people. It's written by David Lynch and his biographer.
Mm-hmm.
So she writes chapter 1. David grew up, and takes us up to like age 15. The second chapter is David commenting on the first chapter. I never said that. Well, that I did. Oh, I do remember that,
It's a conversation, basically.
It's a conversation. He's having a conversation with his biographer, and
Right.
it's fabulous. So engaging. And as a result, as I'm reading the making of the films, I'm looking back at the films. Like, I haven't seen Eraserhead since I was in my 20s.
it's great.
It's so great. And do you know that thing took 5 years to make?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
But that was his first film.
Yeah, his first film.
Right, which I'm sure he would say if he was here, and I hope he is one day, that on that film he made a bunch of mistakes. I'm sure he learned a ton of things making that film.
Absolutely. And then I could talk about this for hours, but he went from that to The Elephant Man in 1980, which was full of English actors, produced by Mel Brooks. That's a big leap.
Right.
After Elephant Man,
It's huge. And he made a classic.
yeah. Oh, it's a masterpiece. After Elephant Man, the dude turns down Return of the Jedi, which was then called Revenge of the Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
He gets an ulcer meeting George Lucas because he just feels like he can't do it.
Right.
And then makes the sci-fi epic Dune, which I'm looking at tonight.
Right.
So I'm kind of going through his canon again,
Right.
while I read about the making of it, and it's just so inspiring.
Right. And then, of course, leading up to Blue Velvet and.
Oh yeah, I'm reading about Blue Velvet.
I mean,
now,
that was when I first saw that. It just rocked my world.
Yeah,
I thought it
dude.
was the weirdest, greatest
It's
movie
great. It's
I've
great.
ever seen. And David Lynch, if you are listening, or someone turns you on to this podcast,
No.
please come on this show.
No way. I'm not coming on. You can forget it, pal. Whoa, David, you didn't even give us a chance.
That's probably what he'll say, though.
I'm not going to sit down and talk to a guy in a tank top, activewear shorts, and bare feet. Hey, that's my cousin Lorenzo. It's hot. It's summer. I don't care. Sorry.
We have good wine, though.
Sorry, man.
David, we'll give you some
He
great
does
wine.
like the red wine.
We will give you some great red wine.
Yeah, so I've been immersed in all that. Oh, and another announcement.
Uh-oh.
You got to go to Netflix.
Why?
And you gotta look at. You haven't looked. You gotta go and you gotta find the epic tales of Captain Underpants. It's a 13-episode animated series. More to come. But I'm in episode 13 and I play Hank, and he owns a storage facility called Hank's Hidey Holes that a fart gets trapped in.
I saw it.
You did?
Oh, yeah.
How was it?
It's great. And I really like your character. I'm not
Thank
being
you.
obsequious. I'm just saying
Oh, that's a big word.
I'm saying it truthfully. You were great.
Thank you. So
And
go look for that.
was-
More to come. I did another episode.
It was.
but-
You'll never look at a fart the same way again. Can I say something also
Yeah,
as a segue? I'm not a horror movie aficionado.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen my share back in the day.
Yeah.
And nothing like you. And I don't seek them out now. You do, and you're an expert, and it's one of your passions.
Yeah.
So a couple weeks ago, we had a day where I came to your place, and you had everything mapped out. We
Right.
had wine, and we had food,
Yep.
and then we got to a couple of horror classics that I never saw.
Isn't that crazy?
That you turned me on to. We basically had a Rob Zombie day.
Yes, we did.
And I have to say, I really liked it. And those images, I'm going to say what the movies are in a second, but they
Okay.
stick with you.
They do, right?
They really do. And we started off with House of a Thousand Corpses,
Correct?
and then we went to Devil's Rejects.
Devil's Rejects.
And
which
I have
is
to say,
extraordinary.
it was horror,
Yeah.
but it wasn't the blood and guts thing,
Right,
really.
right.
It was more terror
Yeah.
and drama and suspense and creepy,
Right.
rather than, knife through the eye and all the blood squirts out, which I'm not really into. I
Right.
think you're more into the guts coming out than I
No,
am.
I'm not.
I
I'm
thought
not
you were.
into gore.
Okay, I'm not a gore guy, but those two, I have to admit.
I find it fascinating. if it's
I
done well and
recommend
looks good,
if somebody wants a really good
but
suspense.
I don't get off on gore. No.
Okay. Well, it wasn't gory, and I never would have seen them if it wasn't for you.
Yeah.
And now that we just saw those, you just sent me something today. There's a third one coming out.
Yeah, 3 from Hell. Can you believe it?
I'm going to see it with you.
Yeah, it's unfortunate that every time I watch The Devil's Rejects, I have a very visceral, emotional reaction to it. You're not supposed to be rooting for The Devil's Rejects.
No.
They're terrible,
Right.
mass murdering maniacs.
But they're a family,
But they're a family.
and there's love there.
And there's love there, and they're pretty damn interesting. And the good people, the so-called good people, are pretty damn horrible in that movie.
Right.
Not all of them, but
Right.
some of them. I would say Sheriff Wydell is pretty much a monster himself.
Yes.
But boy, that ending, and I'm not going to give it away, but
No,
it
don't
is
give it away.
one of the greatest endings, not just in horror film history, but I think in all of cinema.
It was really, really good.
Woo!
And then another little
Rock and roll horror, baby.
the little icing on the cake, especially if you're a guy, is that Rob Zombie's wife, who's an actress in it. She's actually pretty hot.
Dude. And she doesn't mind if Rob puts the camera on her backside.
Not at all.
She's very generous with
She's
it.
very-
She has no problem
she doesn't
sticking it in
care.
the lens.
She's a zombie.
She's a... I'm going to see Rob Zombie and Marilyn Manson
Oh, that's
at
going to
the
be
end of August. Adam surprised me with tickets.
That's going to be a lot of growling going on,
Yeah.
and lot of.
I got aisle seats. I'm so happy.
That's
I get
fantastic.
To sit.
Wow.
I'm going to have a bunch of beverages. I ain't driving.
You should go to the concert happy, so you could get angry at the end.
Yes.
If you go angry, you're going to kill somebody and then yourself.
right.
Don't go angry.
Don't go angry.
Leave angry. That's fine.
Okay.
But go happy and then just get angry.
That's good advice.
Yeah.
No, but I'm really excited, and I feel like I'm 12 years old again. And listen, I've loved Rob Zombie and Marilyn Manson and the House of a Thousand. I've loved this stuff for years and years and years. And Rob, he's gone different directions in his horror film making career. Highs and lows. I don't know that it was the best idea to demystify Michael Myers in Rob's versions of the Halloween films, but I would actually like to show you those sometime.
I've never seen them.
Because I think it's a fascinating take. What is happening?
Are we being attacked?
This is it. I'm going to die with you.
Hey.
Have you ever heard this?
Should we embrace?
Your house.
Is it end times right now?
Right now. This is it.
I don't know if anyone...
You've never heard this noise before?
I've never... That is the creepiest noise I've ever heard.
Lorenzo, what is that?
Can you hear this, people? Something is...
It sounds like an alien landing.
It literally sounds like either that or some monster, like Godzilla, is coming down the street.
What is going on? Do you want to pause the show and go look? It sounds like War of the Worlds.
You know what I think is happening?
What?
Right across the street, they're building a house.
Oh, God.
And I think either they're sawing it in half.
The house.
But they realize we fucked up. Or...
Wow. I wish you could see Lorenzo's face.
We're being swallowed by a giant lizard right
He's
now.
He's making an, oh, no, Mr. Bill.
It's kind
face.
of... It is.
I just aged myself.
That's insane.
Well, I guess we have to talk over this
I guess we do. There's nothing we can do. Well, welcome to low budget recording. Welcome to not being in a professional recording studio. Sorry, people. This is
I'm going to show you those Halloween films.
All right, we're going to see those Hollywood films. You know, this reminds me. I mean, I'm jumping to another.
I really
topic.
like Halloween 2.
Well,
Rob's Halloween 2.
I've never seen any of that. Yeah. But you know, the ones you showed me, we had a fun day. And we actually started off.
Good to hang out with you.
It was great to hang out with you, and not just.
You bonded with Barney Fife, my
Barney
dog,
Fife,
my newer dog.
He's my favorite dog now.
That's great.
Yeah, I mean, I love Malcolm.
No,
Don't ever let Malcolm hear this.
Yeah, I won't.
But Barney Fife was pretty much all over me.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like a metallic, 80-foot tall monster.
It does. It's
eating houses.
Yes.
You went to Iceland.
I did.
That's crazy.
I know. What a great segue.
And you took photos that you showed us.
I gave you a slideshow.
And it was breathtaking. There wasn't a stinker in the bunch.
Thank you. I love world travel, and I'm lucky enough to do it. I'm a very blessed, lucky person. And I'm going to say this to anyone listening. If you want an incredibly intriguing, beautiful place to go to Iceland. Absolutely otherworldly.
Right.
It is the land of waterfalls. It's got fjords.
What are fjords?
Fjords are basically mountain ranges. At the bottom of these ranges there's lakes, and there's sometimes huge farms that have been in the families for hundreds of years. They have the Icelandic horse is very indigenous to Iceland.
Got a lot of
it's a whole
pictures.
special horse, and I love the horses.
Yeah.
There's lots of green valleys and waterfalls and lakes.
These
and
are all the
peaks,
reasons you chose
and
Iceland?
There's glaciers. Yeah. It's always been intriguing.
Yeah.
It's become a thing now. When I wanted to go, no one was going there. Now it has become really popular. Game of Thrones is filmed there. A lot of movies.
It does look very otherworldly.
It's otherworldly.
Middle-earthy.
It's millions of tourists a year.
Right.
But we actually went in May, which is kind of a lull in the season. So it wasn't as crowded. Right now, which is end of July going into August, packed.
Oh.
Absolutely jam-packed.
Yeah.
So you got to watch out for that. But it was great. It was really, really fun.
What'd you eat out there?
We ate, it's actually part of Europe. So they used to have their indigenous fermented shark, which we had, which tasted like fermented shark, and it was not, it wasn't that great. But they have burgers, and they have a lot of vegetarian dishes, and it's Europe, so there's Turkish food and Middle Eastern food and Italian food and even Mexican food and all kinds of food. So it wasn't very, it wasn't like we're just eating pickled this and pickled that, and we're eating,
You're not just eating Snurfgarf.
No, we're not eating Snurfgarf. We're not eating Fjordknæs.
Bourbon?
No.
Bourbon?
No.
Are you eating Fnargen?
No, Tim Conway wasn't there.
I love Tim Conway.
He wasn't there.
I love Tim Conway. Nerf.
Is that Tim Conway as an Icelandic man?
Yes. He's great.
Tim Conway.
Lorenzo's going to Iceland.
It was great.
That's awesome.
You should go, dude.
Yeah. No, who's going to take care of Barney Fife and Malcolm? That's
your dog sitter.
I just got fucked again on that, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Because I thought, no, we're not going to get another dog.
You
after
did say
Michigan.
that.
And then we got one, and now I can't leave him.
No. He's part of the family now.
Yeah. So now I have to wait till he's going to be around for 30 years.
Right.
25.
Oh, absolutely. Well,
I'll never
instead of
travel.
going to Iceland, just get a big bucket of ice.
I tell you though, just watching your photos though, I felt so transported. Now, have you shown that slideshow to others?
I did. I actually showed it to my mom last night.
How'd it go?
She loved it.
She did.
She felt like she never goes anywhere. She
Why?
barely leaves the house.
I don't blame her for that.
Yeah, she doesn't want to leave the house, so she goes and sees other worlds through me. So every time I go, I take a lot of photos and put something for her so she can feel like she's been somewhere.
Right.
She liked it a lot.
That's great.
It was great. And
Did you and your wife have sex out there?
Yes.
Hey!
It was really cold though. So, and it's a combination of you think you're going to on these trips. The truth is, you wake up and there's so much to see you want to get to it.
Yeah.
Then you spend the entire day seeing all this shit. You have dinner, and when you finally get home,
Exhausted.
you are exhausted.
Yeah.
So you think, hey, I'm going to go away with my wife.
Yeah.
It's going to be a fuck fest.
Yeah.
It really isn't. I think we did it once.
Okay.
And
that's still pretty good.
It was pretty good for us.
Yeah. Now let me ask you
Sounds so
something.
pathetic.
You've been out shopping. You've been out exploring all day long in this foreign land. You come home. It's been shark heads. It's been fjords. It's been waterfalls. You come home. Before you get into bed and start to play with each other, do you wash your body? Because I have to shower off a day.
You know what the truth is?
What?
If we have sex,
Yes.
it's in the morning.
Ah.
We're morning sex people.
Musky.
Well,
Musky.
not
I like
really
that.
musky. I mean, we've just been sleeping.
Now
I mean,
do
we shower
you wake
before we
up-
sleep.
Okay,
I
but
shower
do you
before I
wake
go
up
to
with
bed.
morning mouth? Do you spritz a little in the mouth before you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
I brush my teeth.
Before you have sex in the morning.
Yeah.
You get out of bed.
Yeah.
You brush your teeth.
I do.
You take the gold out of your eyes because no one wants to fucking see that one.
No.
That's nice.
I try to. I don't want to have her stinky breath either.
Well, I think it's kind of hot when women are a little ripe in the morning.
I am not with you there, dude.
No.
Do you want that morning female breath in your face?
Yeah, it doesn't bother me.
Oh, I
it
want
bothers
it.
me if I have.
At least gargle a scope or something.
Yeah. If they're down south though, and they just have that like all night, dew, I don't mind that.
The all-night do?
DEW.
Oh, okay. I thought it was, for me, it's like the all-night don't. Anyway.
Huh? Do you think your parents are still having sex?
No.
Okay.
They're lucky if they're in the same room.
Oh.
They're the I'm in my own room phase.
Now you've got two sets of parents. So
I
there's
do.
Vic and Sheila, and then there's
Jan and Joel.
Now Jan and Joel we know aren't having sex, but Vic
No.
and Sheila have to be having.
I don't think so.
But
I could be
they're
wrong.
hippies.
They are kind of hippies. I think at the end of the day, they're exhausted. I think in the morning, they're exhausted.
Wow.
I think it's kind of an exhausting life.
Huh?
I hope I'm wrong.
Have you ever had a Fitbit?
My wife has one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's changing my life.
She loves it.
I love it.
It tells her when to walk.
Yeah.
It tells her how many
It
stairs.
says it gives you a little vibration on your wrist.
Right.
Get up off your ass and do something.
Is that yours right there?
Oh yes, I've lost 6 pounds.
I am looking at your Fitbit right now.
I'm back to because I had a lot of pain. I still
Right.
have pain, but I'm fighting through it. I'm moving more.
Oh, good.
And it's hard because it's triple-digit heat in the valley right now. I don't care. Even in the morning, I walk with a big giant black umbrella, and I do my power walks, and I come home and I do my weights and my sit-ups because I gotta get rid of this. But I've lost 6 pounds, and I'm moving more, and I'm now reaching the 10,000 steps a day thing.
Wow.
Little celebrations go off.
Little
on the
fireworks
face.
and little-
fireworks and little dwarves come out and dance for you. And
Now, do you spend your day waiting for that to
Yes.
happen now?
Yes.
And you know if it doesn't happen, you fucked up.
yes, I get very obsessive about it. So if it's like almost bedtime and I've only got like 8,563 miles, I will just start walking around the first floor. I'm sorry, the fourth floor. I'll walk around.
You'll just pace around your building.
until it goes off.
Right.
It's great. Although
You're casing the joint.
it is starting. The AI is starting to control me. You know what I mean? Even in this device.
Well, that's the beginning
I'm a
of...
slave to the AI.
That's what, Elon Musk is warning us
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
It's going to be actually more dangerous than helpful.
Yeah, that's what I fear. Because
Yeah.
I'm now reliant on my Fitbit. I wake up in the morning before I take a step. I try to hover towards it, put it on first because I want it to get my steps.
If you are going for 10,000 steps
Yeah.
and you have 7,320 at the end of the day, do you feel guilty?
Oh yeah.
You feel like, oh, I'm a lazy fat fuck.
Lazy fat. Well, I'm that anyway. But,
okay.
But no, the goal is to really lose at least 30 pounds.
Oh, 30.
And lean up a little. Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
Fuck yeah, and lean up a little bit.
So you're almost a quarter of the way there.
I got a ways to go, but no, I am starting to feel, because also I gotta be, I gotta have some prowess to direct this thing.
Well, you have to be on your
It's
game.
physical.
It is physical. And
I tell you what, every
you don't
time-
have a grip to lift the gear for you.
No, and I'm doing it all, and I tell you what, I get in all these crazy positions sometime with the camera angles. Oh, it can be grueling. Just yesterday, we were doing blood tests to see how the blood looks, because we're working with blood this Monday night. One of the characters does something terrible to themselves. So I want to make sure that blood looks good. I don't want to do it on the day and waste people's time. And I'm this and I'm that, and I'm always, distorting my body to get these weird positions. And last night, man, I was on ice.
You got to be flexible.
Yeah.
Pilates has to come back.
Pilates. I miss Pilates.
You got to do it.
I miss it so much. But I miss my Pilates. Any new Pilates I've tried is... I don't have the benefit of an actual fucking reformer in my house like you. I'm sitting right next to Lorenzo's own personal reformer.
Then come on over.
Oh.
I'll give you Lorenzo's
You
Pilates
will?
session. Yes. I'll make you so flexible, every blood test will be a breeze.
I promise you I will take a Clorox wipe when I'm done and wipe away all the sweat and everything.
That's great. That's fine.
But I don't, well, I sweat, but I won't sweat on your reformer.
It's okay. Are you going to do it naked?
No.
Okay, you're
I
fine.
wouldn't do that to you. No, I hide my nudity. When you have sex with your wife, you probably have your shirt off. I have to wear clothes.
No way.
Well, at least a shirt, yeah.
Never.
Oh, yeah.
Number one, I sleep naked. I don't.
Oh, that's so gross.
And I only have sex naked. Why would you wear clothes having sex?
Ew. No, I wear a black T-shirt.
Don't you want to touch your wife's skin with your skin? That's the whole fun of it.
I don't remember touching her skin.
You don't like skin on
It's been a long
skin?
time myself. No, sure it has. But when you're fat, when you've got a gut like I do, you don't exactly have confidence touching skin.
All right, well, then that's the goal. You're going to lose 30 pounds.
Yeah.
The gut's going to go away.
Yeah.
You're going to be shirtless.
Yeah.
And then she'll say, oh, can you put a shirt on?
Rock hard abs.
That's right.
Coming soon.
2-pack, 3-pack?
I hate muscle heads.
All right. You don't
Well,
do
this has
sit-ups
been
to...
fun. What?
You don't do any kind of sit-ups to, like, get ripped?
I'm doing sit-ups. I
Okay.
did 100 sit-ups. I'm doing 100 sit-ups a day.
That's fantastic.
Yep.
Does your Fitbit tell you to?
No. That's
Oh.
Fitbit tells me to move, and then I move, and then I come home, and I do my weights, and I do my sit-ups.
All right. Well, I wish you all the luck in the world
Thanks,
with your
brother.
weight loss
Thanks, brother.
and your horror movie
Thanks, brother.
and Captain Underpants.
Thanks, brother.
And just life in general and PiL.
I
And
appreciate it, you fucking twat. You know what you are? You're a fucking wanker.
Have I showed you
and
Sid
that's
and
the
Nancy?
greatest way to end this
Have I
episode.
showed you Sid and Nancy?
The movie?
Yeah.
I've seen it.
When's the last time you
Well,
saw
it's been 30 years.
Exactly. I'm showing you that, too.
We're doing a Sid and Nancy night.
I own it on Criterion. Add that to the list. Sid and Nancy, I wanted to say thank you very much, you fucks. Read Lynch's book, Room to Something. But please go to roaddogsandrescue.org.
I will contribute.
Roaddogsandrescue.org.
And contribute for Max's birthday.
Yeah, let's see what we're up to real quick. Oh, I don't fucking know. Where are we? 350 raised of 2,000. Did you think 2,000 was too much to ask?
No.
Thank you.
You know,
I didn't either.
you got to shoot high.
Thank you.
People can give whatever they want.
Yeah.
Is there a
and
deadline?
If it doesn't get reached, which it will, because I never ask anyone for anything.
Right.
I'm not one of these assholes that go fund me. I don't crowd fund. I don't ask anyone for shit. I'm the other way. I'm generous. I'm giving you content every day. I'm this and I'm that. And the minute I ask, hey, why don't you help out and contribute to a charity I believe in?
Exactly.
People have been stepping up.
That's great.
All right.
This was great, Max.
It was fun.
It was fun.
I miss doing this with
We
you.
have to have it with more frequency, but we've been busy. Life does get in the way of doing this, which makes every episode even more fun.
I had breakfast with someone who's very famous, and I wooed them, and I'm sure they're going to be a guest on our show soon.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
Yes.
The name will be held hidden.
Yes.
Until
we gotta tickle your ass with a feather.
Great. Wow. With your shirt on or off. Hey, everybody. See you next time. Thanks for listening.
Wankers.